Just in case it's jinxed by either you or Dwibs introducing it, I'll do it. Audience, welcome to Sucker Punch the movie. I have no idea about this movie except for the fact that it's directed by Zack Snyder, who I assure you can do better than this.
See, the problem is that ever since this movie came out, basically after the Owl movie, which came out a year before this, if I remember correctly, or was it Yeah, basically after the Owl movie, he pretty much gave up on making good movies, and this was the basic.
Sucker Punch is very unpopular. It's got a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes off of 202 critics.
Why. Maybe because, basically, ladies and gentlemen, this is Zack Snyder trying to create an intelligent sci-fi action movie.
Well, he can possibly do that. I mean...
But that's the thing, Jova. He never wrote a script before. And what makes him...
Oh, he's also the writer.
Yes, he wrote and directed this. This is all entirely his fault. And
along with Steve Shibuya.
Wait, he had a co-writer for this?
Yep, yeah, Steve Shibuya. And, this is Steve Shibuya's only written movie.
Yeah, but it also says story by Zack Snyder, so you can pretty much tell this is Zack Snyder's vision.
I'm guessing it's both his and Steve Shibuya's vision. We'll look more into that over the course of the film.
Not to mention, okay, everybody, basically, yes, for the fans of this movie, we are indeed doing the extended cut on the Blu-ray. Because, basically, a little backstory, Zack Snyder could not really get the movie as he wanted it, because Warner Bros., forced him to cut some stuff for the sake of getting a PG-13 rating. However, the extended cut we're going to be watching is the original version that Zack Snyder intended. It's R-rated.
Yeah. The sad thing is, until Legend of the Guardian, Zack Snyder made critically acclaimed films.
Yes. Well, whatever.
Everyone's got to go through their downfall, I guess.
Unless you're Kubrick. But anyway, okay, everybody. Just get ready pause before the Warner Brothers logo. I'm pretty sure the extended cut doesn't have any different logos. It's basically the same company and shit. So I don't think there's any. It's basically just pause
right before the Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah, indeed. So is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1, click.
So is this based off of anything?
No, it's completely original. Which I will give it credit, but at the same time, it still sucks.
Just because it's original doesn't mean...
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I just want to know for information's sake, because this almost seems like...
Okay, allow me to give some backstory on why I picked this movie. I have a bone to pick with this movie. This is actually one of the very few instances where I actually left the theater mid-movie when I went to see this one.
Who the heck is this?
That's Emily Browning, our main character. Okay, you hear that music right there?
Yeah.
The soundtrack of this movie is pretty much like a fucking playlist. It constantly switches from random pre-existing songs. Okay, basically, there's barely any dialogue in this opening, so you're supposed to understand what's going on for the visuals, I guess.
Sweet dreams?
Oh, someone died?
Apparently, yeah, someone...
Let me guess, it's her parent.
Her mother died, and that's her sister, of course.
She died of death.
Here's an interesting thing. So yeah, I actually left this movie mid-movie because the music was to the point where it's getting so fucking loud, I was actually starting to hurt my ears. So I felt to myself, no, fuck it, I'm going. And this movie's not worth getting deaf over.
Thankfully, this time we have a volume control module, but yeah, it would suck to be anyone in the theater.
And keep it, yeah, okay. I'll wait till you guys actually complain about the loud music before I bring up something, but yeah. Okay, so basically this is the stepfather. It's implied that he apparently killed the mother because he wanted some kind of inheritance, but apparently the inheritance goes only to the daughter, so that's it, I guess.
He's pissed.
The problem is that I don't know. I just don't think Zack conveys this very well. I mean, it's a bit rushed.
Why "Sweet Dreams" a song? I mean, is that foreshadowing for them traveling across the world or something?
Don't bother, Jova. There's absolutely no reason for why these music songs are playing. They're just playing because I guess Zack Snyder likes these songs.
It's weird. This feels like it should be like a music video or something.
Actually, Zack Snyder claims that he is actually inspired by Zack music videos when it comes to making a lot of this scenes in this movie. Apparently,
That would make sense.
he wanted to give out a music video feel.
Oh,
But it's a
okay. Well,
movie.
then I guess mission accomplished. And to be fair, Dwibs, Michael Jackson did show that you can do the whole a music video movie thing with class.
Yeah, and Moonwalker sucked too. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Well, okay. Technically, you could raise the grounds that Moonwalker sucks. That said, you could also raise the ground that it technically is good. And as for what it's trying to do, well, mission definitely accomplished. I mean,
the only part of it, as far as I'm concerned, is the Smooth Criminal music video.
oh, I like it overall, but well, I mean, like, well, Moonwalker isn't legit a bad film because, like, well, okay, because it's a music video movie purposely made for that sake. In which case, yeah,
except it still tries to tell this kind of story where Michael Jackson is trying to save the world from the drugs of Joe Pesci.
Oh, that was crazy. Oh, that was crazy, definitely.
Anyway,
however, they
should
ran
we keep
with the fight
focusing on
enough.
this movie?
Yeah. Basically, long story short, I'd still put Moonwalker over the likes of this.
Oh, well, come on, Jova. You're still literally 4 minutes almost into this. It's a bit too early to make that kind of judgment.
I meant in the case of pulling off music video stuff, but oh yeah, you're right. I'm not that far into it.
She shot my wrist.
So let me guess: abusive stepfather.
Of course. And apparently he killed the sister, even though we don't actually see it.
By kicking her?
So what was the point of even having the little sister?
Okay. From what I've heard, apparently it's implied that when she was trying to shoot the stepfather, she accidentally killed her sister.
Oh, well, okay then.
Okay, now I'm seeing Pedro's audio complaints.
Yes, the music is so loud, isn't it?
And I thought Interstellar's sound mixing was bad.
It's hard for me to tell since I'm, a musician and like, well, I'm adjusting the volume, but like, what exactly is, the volume that it was like in the? Well, okay. Obviously, it was louder in the theater.
We're not at the worst part yet. Trust me, the music the sound issues will become much more prevalent later on.
So yeah, that happened. So,
and keep in mind, Liz, I was watching this in the theater with Dolby 7.1. So yeah.
Oy. I can imagine what that'd be like.
Sucker Punch, awesome. Okay, let's play some Infamous. Oh wait.
Let me get this straight. After that dramatic scene between them, he just drives off with her like, A-okay?
Basically, he's gonna commit her into a psychiatric ward. He's gonna claim that she's insane.
Well, the opening kind of suggests he may be a bit driven insane, especially if she did accidentally kill her sister, so
here's my question. Who's gonna get arrested? So here's my question. How come they immediately committed without any actual evidence that she was the one who killed her sister? Did they just take his word for it? Question.
What time setting does this take place in?
I don't know. Again, Jova, Zack Snyder doesn't do a good job giving context to things in this movie.
Because if this is olden days, then yeah. Because if this is olden days, then yeah, I could very well see someone getting committed like this without any legit proof that they're insane. Huh?
1960s.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you could maybe argue that some asylums were like that, and there are some rare cases like that today. But, well, let's just say it's not something that we've actually determined to be that common.
All right.
Let's see.
Okay, so... Okay, one thing here's the thing. Allow me to talk about the marketing campaign, because the marketing campaign for this movie was very deceptive. Basically, this movie was marketed by Warner Brothers as an action movie with lots of cool, epic anime style stunts and shit like that. The problem is that that was just the action scenes. In reality, this is Zack Snyder trying to tell a deep sci-fi, awesome, clever movie and shit like that. He's trying to pull but basically he's trying to pull an Inception / Looper / well, you get what I mean, right? The typical clever sci-fi movie that filmmakers tend to make.
Question. This takes place in America, right?
Supposedly, yeah.
Okay.
Again, this movie does a really terrible job in giving us context.
Okay. Basically, in 1960s America, this is around the time when mental institutions were actually, recognizing, hey, we should treat our patients like actual human beings and using more modern forms of medicine. As for the evidence of her being proven insane, I guess the father probably just ran off of the fact that she's probably extremely traumatized by killing her own sister, which would be proper grounds for getting her to the asylum. So, for all we know, that part of the movie's at least legit.
Right.
Point to Zack Snyder,
So ask me one question, Jova. Back in the 1960s, did they lobotomy? So here's my question.
Lobotomy was actually... Yeah, that's funny. By the 1960s, they were trying to find other ways aside from lobotomy. Since until then, lobotomy was used a bit too much. And, like I said, 1960s is when mental institutions were actually, finally becoming humane.
So after a series of unfortunate events, Violet Baudelaire went so insane after dealing with Count Olaf for all those years that she ended up in here.
I could see that happening. Wait, that's Violet?
And by the way, Vanessa Hudgens is in this movie.
Oh, goody.
Because if you want to create a movie with strong female characters, you get one of the worst female actresses nowadays, right?
Vanessa Hudgens?
Yes.
Oh, that Vanessa Hudgens!
The girl from the High School
I remember.
The High School Musical girl.
From what I've seen, she's okay. Granted, she has occasionally turned in good performances, and there's been times where she's turned in bad performances. I'm guessing this is one of her bad performances.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, if you're in this kind of movie with this kind of script...
Yeah, trust me, the script gives the actors nothing to work with.
The guy playing the stepdad seems familiar.
Oh, Tio's here, apparently. But let's not tempt fate yet.
Let's just get in contact with him and see how he is.
Wait, Junie's mom? Yeah, it's Carla Cugino. She played Junie's mom in Spy Kids.
Huh.
There you go.
On screen or in the cast?
On screen.
There you go.
There her there.
Yeah.
Yep, that's her, all right.
She sounds a bit like Natalia from GoldenEye. This is not a game, boys. Real people will die. You pathetic little worm.
It's stereotypical Russian, yeah. No, it's just German shit.
Well, actually, Natalia was Russian, so.
No, I mean Carla Cugino's character.
And again, okay, here's the next track in the playlist.
Okay, I get the feeling that there was the composer's credit was a lie. They actually just got a playlist of songs.
As you can see, or hear, rather.
What's with that guy's eyeliner?
I don't know.
But Joe, don't you see? Because we're in a
mental ward.
When they're in a mental ward, of course these guys got to have kind of weird fashion sense.
Because there's no such thing as good, honest working people in mental wards. They're just evil people who destroy the will of the poor little crazies.
I see. So he's going for the Tim Burton look.
No. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm gonna stop you right there. Even the worst Tim Burton movies have much better visuals than this.
No, Pedro. I'm not saying that he captures it. I'm saying that's what he's going for. Seriously.
Really?
The color scheme.
Don't see it.
What's the color scheme in, like, when you go the whole eyeliner thing? That's sort of what you usually see in a Tim Burton
Okay,
live action
and here's
film.
where the movie's gonna start confusing you.
Okay, he's gonna hammer her eye. And what?
Oh, she's older now.
Thank you. She's my favorite character so far.
Oh, I get it. So the music is supposed to represent her insanity or it driving her crazy.
Okay, I'm not gonna say why all of a sudden it's this girl here and why we're here all of a sudden
Oh,
because
God damn it, I came off the video.
you came off the video. Why?
I went off it by mistake. I fucking
Ugh.
touched.
Well, just go back onto the link and get to a time we'll count you in.
Work, you piece of shit.
Lobotomized vegetable.
That's
Right. Now that there you go, Joe. It turns out this is no longer a mental war. Now it's a brothel for some reason.
Oh, so let me guess, it was all an act to film something?
Apparently, the brothel is apparently. Again, to explain what's going on would require me to actually spoil the ending. So let's just hold
Let me
off.
guess. This girl's still the same girl that we saw in the first scene.
We'll see.
Just slowed.
So, I think I get it. So let me guess, the asylum thing was all just a fake movie set thing, and they're really filming a movie.
Trust me, Jova. Believe it or not, that plot twist would make more sense than what we're actually going to get. And her name is Baby Doll for some reason. The main character, I mean. So there's no luck. Well, next time, try to be more careful.
It's not my fault. Blame touchpads.
Yeah.
That's why I don't use touchpads. They're extremely unreliable.
Oh, come on. Touchpads on laptops aren't that reliable. Basically, you have to make sure you don't press down in the left-hand corner because that registers as clicking for some reason.
I know that's why I use Smart Gesture to disable that function, so that the touchpad only controls the cursor,
Well,
not
what
anything.
time are you at the moment?
Try to go to 15 minutes and something. Don't worry, I didn't miss anything.
Well, I have to wait until 7 minutes 6 seconds buffers up.
Basically,
let me guess, she's the orphan girl. Wait, who was in an asylum?
see, Joe was already confused.
Oh, no. I was just taking a stab in the dark.
Okay, basically now she's the newest girl of the brothel. Yes, this is a brothel now. As you can guess, I probably was confused at this point. Wait, when? Okay, apparently we entered into a different movie. So let's go to 16 minutes and something.
Hang on, it's still loading.
Yeah, that's the issue. I mean, it loads up quickly, but oh boy, when you get stuck on something, it will take a while to load up.
Okay, I'm at 17 minutes.
All right, stay there. We'll count you in.
17 minutes exactly, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, just stay there. We'll get time to load anyway. Trust me, you're not missing anything.
Basically, we're figuring out that the girl with pigtails is the orphan who we saw from the asylum. Which is weird. You'd think like, well,
no, she's not, Jova. No, she's not. That's not what they're trying to get across. Don't worry, Liz, I'll count you in. What they're trying to get across is that apparently the mental ward is actually a front for the brothel.
Oh, so I was right that it was all fake.
Well, Jova, that's the explanation they're giving you right now. The problem is that there's going to be a plot twist later on. But
Yeah, 17 yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
And now now a fat cook cutting meat because and he's a pedophile apparently. Great.
Pedophile? Aren't they legal?
True, they're legal, I guess. He's a creep then. Oh, okay. Don't worry, Webs. Actually, we're going to enter just in time.
Wait, are they gonna?
Now they're having a dance class.
Wait, are they gonna pull an Avengers 2 Age of Ultron with the flashback scene of Black Widow?
All right, Webs, you ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, click.
There you go.
Wait, oh my god, is that the Asian girl from Zack and Cody?
No, that's still Vanessa Hudgens.
No. I'm not talking about that. I just saw an Asian girl who looked exactly like Nah, it couldn't be. I'm gonna
Keep
go
in
look it
mind,
up.
guys, keep in mind that a lot of people were drawn into seeing this movie because the movie was marketed with some really fantastic looking action scenes. And look at this, we're 17 minutes into this movie and there's still... Okay, when we do get to those action scenes better be fucking flawless.
Well, that's why I ask. Is like, well, is this gonna be like the flashback scene with Black Widow in Avengers: Age of Ultron 2, where it turns out that the place is a front for assassins to the point where they sterilize them?
No, not at all. Trust me.
Oh,
Avengers of Ultron is fucking writing genius compared to this.
oh, no, Pedro. Avengers: Age of Ultron is actually good. I wasn't.
No, don't get me wrong, Joe. I actually like it a lot. It's just that it's a very divisive movie.
Yeah. Oh, that's who that
Pedro,
Asian woman was
Pedro,
played
you know
by.
what you were
She's played
saying
by-
about people getting drawn in by the film's marketing?
Yeah.
I guess they must have been a bit... I guess some of them just told others not to see because this movie was a financial flop.
Oh yeah, and now okay,
Word
this is
of
one
mouth,
of
Dwibs.
this number that we're looking at right now. This is actually not in the original theatrical cut. This is and let's just say this is actually one of those cases where I'm actually going to give the producers credit. There's a good reason why he decided to cut this out. This dance number is completely pointless. It adds nothing to the story. Well, what story? It's just there.
So you're saying that for once the Warner Brothers executives had more creativity than Zack Snyder?
They probably look at themselves, Zach, this song number doesn't really seem to have a point. But don't you see? I have, this is a great,
Visual metaphor.
By the way, guys, Chi-Chi's in this movie.
Oh, Dwebs, you're gonna regret saying that.
Any of you guys, Chi-Chi's in this movie.
Yeah, Chi-Chi's in the movie.
Great.
Jamie Chung. That's the Asian woman I saw.
Well, to be fair, I don't think Jamie Chung was the problem with the portrayal of Chi-Chi in that movie.
No, not at all.
No. She wasn't. She wasn't.
The one actor that I will actually really blame is Justin
Chatwin.
Even for the material he was given, he even by that movie standards, he could still have done a bit better than that awful performance, as Chris Stuckman pointed out in his review. Jesus. Like, you could tell that Justin Chatwin wasn't giving a fuck at all.
So, is this just going to be a lamer version of Moulin Rouge? Because that movie actually knew how to integrate songs.
I know. But
is she cosplaying as Jessica Rabbit?
Maybe.
Hey, why am I not watching Moulin Rouge right now? I mean, seriously, are you sure that this is actually going to be an action film?
It was marketed as one. And now
Casino Royale.
And now it's also a gambling house. Okay, what is this place not exactly?
It's supposed to be a fantasy action film, and they're getting the fantasy parts right. Where's the action?
By the way,
don't worry, Dress. We are gonna get the action. The problem is that it would take. Let's just say this is the Ang Lee style of action film.
Oh boy.
So, Pedro, question.
Go ahead.
What about the girl who we saw apparently kill her own sister?
Oh, Baby Doll. No, she's our main character. The other girl, we still don't know exactly what her purpose is, but you'll see. You'll see.
But where is Baby? Wait.
That's her. This is her. See, there you go. Baby Doll.
Oh, so she is the girl. I thought you said she wasn't her.
No, I thought you were talking about the other one, back when they were about to do the lobotomy, and then all of a sudden there was another actress in there.
No. I was talking about the one with pigtails when I told Dwibs about her, which is...
the one with pigtails that was at the beginning. Yeah, she's our main character.
Oscar Isaac's in this film as well, apparently.
Here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the viewer.
I guess it's to establish the main characters?
What do you mean establishing the main characters? The main characters aren't even involved in this dance number.
I'm just guessing that the main characters are the women that we seem to be focusing on the most in this scene. Like that Asian one, the redhead, the pigtailed one.
Okay, I guess it was a well-performed number, but it had no point.
Again, if this were Moulin Rouge, that would actually have worked because, well, that was the whole idea of Moulin Rouge.
We'll get to Moulin Rouge eventually.
But
What are your
meanwhile,
thoughts
let's
on
watch.
that? Never mind.
I haven't seen that movie, so I can't comment. But anyway, let's press on. Meanwhile,
She misses her sister and shit.
no, Pedro. She's wondering why didn't Series of Unfortunate Events get a sequel? It was a half decent movie.
Ah, Dwebs, you always seem to resort to movie film references.
Well, he's the
I am the movie guy here.
I know, but it does get, a bit out of place, especially in Final Fantasy VII. But that's another story. So, yeah, I guess these two are gonna bond.
Or scrub floors.
Yes.
No bonding.
Well,
Scrubbing floor.
So.
Wait. Next track of the playlist. Oh, never mind. Apparently, the cook decided to change playlists.
Wait, is this movie also gonna try and pull a Guardians of the Galaxy with the music stuff?
You wish.
Well, I mean, is it gonna try? Not succeed.
No.
You know what's ironic?
Guardians of the Galaxy and an actual score.
You know one connection this film has to Guardians of the Galaxy?
I was talking mainly about the gimmick with the radio and stuff, and the radio songs.
No, not. What is
it? The scores for both films were done, well, in this case, co-done by Tyler Bates. But his career has only just started to pick up because he was accused of plagiarizing stuff for his 300 score.
It's raping time. Basically, she was trying to steal some food from the kitchen and the cook caught her.
In hindsight, honey, maybe that wasn't a bad idea. So, what exactly are the conditions? Are they bad and that's why they need to steal food, or are they good and they're just being greedy?
Again, Jova, don't bother. This movie doesn't actually give you any context. It just moves on from scene to scene.
Well, you've probably seen this much of the movie, so at least answer me this, amigo. Are the conditions...
No, I can't quite... I don't really know why they need to steal food exactly.
Oh. So they failed to explain, because, okay, if it were, a bad asylum where the patients were mistreated, that would be fine. But no, it seems like the working condition seems to be overall,
Not to mention, they need them to be in good health. Not to mention, they need them to be in good health so they can dance for the customers.
Yeah. And if anything, the mood seems more happy than sad. I mean, hey, you're getting to be actors on a show instead of, being mental patients and treated horribly. If anything, the spirit here should be more up. So far this has reminded me of Avengers Age of Ultron, Moulin Rouge, Guardians of the Galaxy.
And you say I make too many movie references, Jova.
No, Dwibs. I'm referring to usually when you try and use fourth wall jokes like, the script told me so, insert this, I wish I was in that, or that.
Well, in the case of the script told me so, it fits in the game, too, because games also have scripts.
I know, but sometimes it's a bit mood-breaking. It sometimes... ruins the
Okay, here we go. Okay,
and also he uses it a lot. But
she's dressed as a Japanese schoolgirl.
Dwibs, you wanted some action? We're actually about to get some action.
Oh, goody.
Finally, 25 minutes into the fucking movie. Anyway, okay. So basically, she's gonna... Okay, show us what we can do. And basically, she's gonna dance for them.
To be fair, you said that this is the extended cut, so I guess that's why it took us a while to get to the action. Not to mention the fact...
Well, Joe, like I said, that dance number was completely pointless.
And not to mention... Well, I guess it depends, because, I guess it was to introduce us to the characters or something, so...
Ladies and gentlemen, Don Davis, special appearance, I guess.
Seriously?
No, I'm just joking, because this sounds kind of like Matrix music.
No, actually, Don Davis only really did the orchestral parts of the Matrix film scores.
Oh, then Juno Reactor, then.
Yeah.
She's shy.
Well,
it is purpose that created us. Purpose that connects us. That binds us.
Wrong Warner Brothers movie.
Gee, who would have imagined that someone who was, supposed to be a patient inmate may actually have some psychological issues when you're disguising yourselves as an asylum?
Okay.
Oh,
By the way,
okay, I guess that was a pep talk.
By the way, another thing, guys. Keep in mind, Zack Snyder specifically said he wanted to create
Create what?
What was it he wanted to create, Pedro?
Yeah, okay.
Well, anywho,
let's press on.
Zooming in on people's faces. Okay.
Where are we now?
Oh, it's snowing outside. Okay, this better lead up to some good payoff. Oh, what am I saying? Wait, now we are in Japan.
Yeah, I know she's just as a Japanese schoolgirl, but wow, this is really taking the cake.
Tell me about it.
Okay.
There you are. You wanted to tell us something.
So yeah, you're probably wondering what the fuck is going on.
What was Zack Snyder trying to create?
Well, actually, no. What I'm thinking is this better lead to something. Oh my god, this is like Dragon Ball Evolution. This will be the part where Ernie Hudson turns around and speaks to her, isn't it?
Okay, so she was supposed to start dancing, and now all of a sudden we're here.
Yeah. Okay.
What was Zack Snyder trying to create?
Yeah.
Okay. Allow me
I'm
to.
seriously thinking that this is based off of an anime, or I get the feeling that he's going for an anime feel.
Okay, allow me. Supposedly, this is all a dream. She's imagining all of this while she dances. Apparently, and according to the fanboys of this movie, this is the dream sequence is supposed to be a visual metaphor for the dance. So, what exactly is the part of the dance where she's talking to the old man look like exactly? What?
Does she move like an old man?
I don't.
Maybe he's the teacher.
Not to mention, this. Okay, so we're about to get the action. Basically, after this pep talk, basically the old man is going to tell us what the plot is. Basically,
I love this quote from Zack Snyder here. A while ago, I had written a script for myself, and there was a sequence in it that made me think, how can I make a film that can have action sequences in it that aren't limited by the physical realities that normal people are limited by? But still, the story makes sense, so it's not, and I don't mean to be mean, like a bullshit thing like Ultraviolet or something like that. Have you seen Ultraviolet?
nope.
Yeah, Ultraviolet.
Have you seen it, Joba?
A long. Well, okay, it feels like a long time ago, but from what I can recall, Ultraviolet is not one of my favorite movies. Shoot. In fact, I need to. Which Ultraviolet is he talking about?
The one with that woman from the Resident Evil live
Hold
action.
on, guys. He's explaining what she needs to do. Basically, she needs to.
I'm listening. All right.
Yeah, she needs to find 5 objects.
Oh.
Wait, so we've gone from a deep psychological story of the mind to a MacGuffin quest.
Yes.
Oh my god. So wait, is he basing this off of Ultraviolet? Because that also has a woman with a Japanese written on sword.
And okay, here's the action scene. Now we're about to enter to the action movie. We were tricked, or at least I was tricked into seeing. Okay, Zach, you better bring the best fucking action in the history of ever.
Let me guess. They're gonna pull a... Oh my god, they are pulling a a Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. It's all in the dream.
Well, yeah, that's exactly... Actually, Joe, we already know this is a dream, so it's not even that.
Yeah. Oh boy, a lot of Twilight viewers were angered by that movie.
I was laughing my ass off because it was such a huge troll for the fans.
Well, Pedro, remember, most people who are going to see it aren't really fans, but people who just have to come along with someone who does like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm actually a fan of Twilight because I still believe those are pretty good comedies.
I think Smeg had put it best, though. For anyone who did not know what they were going to get with Twilight,
oh my god, this song! allow me to lower the volume because.
Oh my god, yeah, this is a bit like Ultraviolet.
Okay, so here's my question. See, okay, here's my problem with the action scenes. The choreography is, yes, pretty fantastic, yes, but here's the problem. There's no tension in these action scenes. I mean, she can't die, so why am I even watching this?
Maybe she can die while she's
Look
in
at
the
the pretty
dream.
lights page.
No, she can't. No, she can't, Jova. Why
do
is
you
she even?
know?
Why is she even dodging the weapon? Just block it with your neck or something.
How do you know that she can't die while in the dream?
She can't. Again, Jova, this is all just a visual metaphor of the dance itself.
Well, Pedro, it is possible to die if you die in a dream. It's a psychological thing.
But this is not a dream, Jova. She's awake.
Wait, I thought you said it was a dream.
They call it a dream sequence in the thing, but technically she's not asleep, so it's not a dream. So
Wait, how is she not asleep? I mean, seriously, she's in one place and now she's another?
supposedly she's dancing, and she's dancing with her eyes closed, and while she's dancing, she's imagining all of this.
Oh, so she's daydreaming.
So she's imagining. So while dancing, she's imagining.
So,
pictures of a
yeah.
Japanese.
So wait. So let me get this straight. All the action scenes are just going to be visual representations for dancing.
Exactly, Jova. There you go. You just figured it out.
Wow.
Missile.
So basically, as you can see, the action scenes are kind of an afterthought. They're not even. Oh, and now,
What?
sure, a Gatling gun. Why not?
Wow, that has got to be what... Wow, okay, that may actually be even worse than Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Here's another problem. Zack Snyder says this is supposed to be a pro-feminist, empowering women. Here's the problem. They're always wearing tight skirts and shit like that, and there's plenty of skirt shots in it. So yeah, empowering women, totally.
I guess, to be fair, tight skirts and that alone wouldn't be enough to say that it's not supporting women, as long as they could actually, kick butt.
This is like I'm watching a really stupid fan servicey anime.
Yeah. Well, basically, here's my stance on it. I wouldn't say that the clothes necessarily don't make it a female empowering film. It does, however, make it rather sexist in hindsight. However, on my stance of if this is actually empowering for females,
I'll give it. This shot is actually pretty awesome. I actually really like this shot.
Mm-hmm. My main issue with the whole female empowerment thing is well, I mean, yes, the action scenes are cool, but she's not really accomplishing anything outside of dancing.
Nothing actually.
Outside of dancing, totally not.
Hey guys, speak up! I can't hear you over the music.
No, right. The music is so loud. Now, Jova, imagine me hearing this in Dolby 7.1 in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Paige, I got a question actually. When you Portuguese watch movies like this, do you have them in English with Portuguese subtitles?
Obviously, yeah. We don't really dub live action movies, only animated ones.
Right.
Actually, there are some exceptions. Like when it's something like, for example, we actually dubbed the free Sam Raimi Spider-Man films because those films are family films. So we kind of the kids are gonna see this, so let's dub them.
Okay. But if it's films like this, then
no films like this, it's only subtitles.
Did you dub the Amazing Spider-Man films?
No. Well, that was kind of we kind of stopped. We actually kind of stopped dubbing live action films. Actually, it's been a long time since I've seen a Portuguese dub of a live action Hollywood film. Actually,
not to mention the unfortunate.
Basically, we only dub animated films for all intents and purposes.
Not to mention the unfortunate fact that while Amazing Spider-Man was good, and trust me, it got a lot of good reception. For some reason, it wasn't as well known as the Raimi trilogy. I mean, I guess there was something up with the marketing of the Amazing Spider-Man films, especially the second one.
By the way, apparently, the dance that she made was apparently the greatest dance they've ever seen.
We didn't even see that dance.
Exactly. There you go. You just figure out one of the major complaints.
Wait.
We never actually see these dances.
Hang on. Wait. So Zack Snyder's well known for his crazy visuals. So it's ironic that we don't actually get to see something important.
Yes, we did see the crazy visuals. It's just that they don't matter.
Who's in charge of the visuals of this film, I wonder?
That would be Zack Snyder.
He's the director, Jova, so he's pretty much in charge of everything.
Cinematography by Larry Fong.
Larry Fong.
True, Jova, but as
I'm not quite sure we can solely blame Zack Snyder for the visuals. I'm sure we could maybe include him on the blame, but he wasn't in charge of the cinematography.
Jova, but the job of the cinematographer is to get the shot that the director wants to see. So it's Zack Snyder is of course the guy in charge. He's responsible.
Fair enough. Let's see. The storyline follows the fantasy of a young woman who is committed to a mental institution as she makes a plan to escape the hospital before undergoing a lobotomy. Huh. What else? Okay.
So this is like a crazier version of Inception. She's dreaming a dream in a dream.
No. Honestly, Dwibs, it's not even that, because it's still one dream. Inception had an actual theme centered around dreaming, whereas the dreaming here just seems to be mainly a plot element. I think a better comparison would be this is like an even dumber version of Bridge to Terabithia. Okay. Before anyone says anything, yes, personally, I don't like Bridge to Terabithia, but I won't say it's the worst thing whatsoever.
It's as far as bad movie goes, it's pretty harmless anyway.
Anywho. Yeah, there are a lot of people who like it. I'm just saying that out there. But basically, the reason I compare this to Bridge to Terabithia is like, well, it's sort of one of the main issues I have with Bridge to Terabithia. How the action in that film, while I know it wasn't supposed to be real, it was their imagination, even though the trailer didn't tell us that. Screwing. But yeah, okay. Like with Bridge to Terabithia, the supposed action is, well, only a visual representation for what's going on with the setting. Now, granted, okay, if you want to make a movie about that, that's fine, but like with Bridge to Terabithia, wouldn't it be nice if you at least gave some warning to the audience who are planning to go see a full-blown action film that's, actually legit?
My theory is the marketing.
No one saw this movie.
Yeah, my theory, Jova, is that the marketing team looked at the movie and thought, "Oh fuck, this is a mess. How do we market this? Let's just pretend it's an action film and just market the action scenes, and that will probably get people in seats."
Honestly, I think that might have hurt them more than doing it. Because, I run off of a fear. It's like, well, if you're honest with your marketing of your film, chances are, okay, your film may get panned a lot, but it won't suffer the backlash of people who feel outright cheated. Now, that has a bigger effect. With a movie like this, with people who feel downright cheated, word of mouth is not only going to be that your movie sucks, but... let me finish up my point I was about to finish. Word of mouth is not only that your movie sucks, but it's also that your movie lies, which ruins your credibility.
Map, fire...
Those are the things the old man told her to get. And... It's 4 of those things, and the 5th one is a mystery, said the old man. So we still don't know what the 5th thing is.
Let me guess, the 5th thing is her hair.
Who's the old man?
The old man we saw in the dream. In the hallucination. Whatever, the old man.
Wait. So he is actually supposed to help? I thought this was all just for the dancing.
I don't know, Joe, but this movie doesn't explain a goddamn thing about this thing even works.
So let me get this straight. So now there's an overall...
Basically, Joe, she imagined an old man telling her to do a fetch quest, and now she's going to do it even though she imagined the fucking old man.
Makes no sense.
Exactly.
It's interesting.
This is what happens when Zack Snyder tries to write.
You know what's in... Honestly, considering this film was a box office flop, I'm surprised they got him to direct Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, Dwibs...
Dwibs, the deal was apparently made before the movie came out.
Not to mention the fact that the majority of Zack Snyder's films at the time were still critically acclaimed, and 1 or 2 flops is not enough to deter a studio from using a director. I mean, honestly, Dwibs, that would be like, per se, firing the likes of Christopher Nolan for, well, just because he sort of got in on Man of Steel. It's like everyone's occasionally going to have their screw-ups, unless they really, really, really try hard not to include them, or if they're really lucky.
Though that still doesn't explain why Warner Brothers supported the Wachowskis for so long.
Oh, wait, has Warner Brothers finally dropped them?
Apparently, yeah.
Huh.
They're just doing Sense8 now. I mean, 3 box office flops in a row.
I am practically convinced that Jupiter Ascending was just Warner Brothers taking pity on the Wachowskis and it was like saying, okay, let's just give them one more shot, whether or not it goes, just to give them a proper send-off.
Okay, so yeah, even though she's clearly off her fucking nuts, she somehow manages to convince the girls to actually try to get these items so they can try to escape from the brothel mental.
How did they get into her dreams?
So
no, you don't understand. Baby Doll's just telling, okay, I have a plan to get for us to run away from here, and we're gonna need these items. That's all she says.
Okay, Pedro. Basically, the opening sentence on Wikipedia still calls this an asylum. So, is it both a brothel and an asylum?
Jova, again, to explain it properly, I'd have to spoil the ending. So don't worry, Jova. We'll focus on that when we get to it.
Question. Will these girlfriends of hers be able to also join her in on some dream sequences, since the cover seems to show them all in action?
Jova. Very good, Jova. Yes, they will.
Have a gold star.
So, will it be something legit, or will it be just something out of left field?
Also, is it just me, or does that guy look kind of like Freddie Mercury?
Is Snyder trying to tell us something about Freddie Mercury?
There is a cover of a Queen song in this movie, so I guess. All right, so basically, the first item they need to get is the map, and it's up to that girl. I forgot her name.
Girl.
Whatever. Girl number one. Okay, so basically the point is she's gonna distract them with a dance while she gets the map. That's basically the plan.
I'm guessing that maybe this is both an asylum and a brothel. Ugh.
But yeah, like Jova said, supposedly she's the greatest dancer ever, but we never actually get to see these dances, so fuck you.
Yeah, and honestly...
Oh boy, Zach put on the playlist again.
God.
And honestly, this is a scene where I feel that it's hurt by turning it into an action scene, because, yeah, the one time when I don't want an action scene is here. I mean, since he's distracting them with her dance.
We're in World War One?
Yes. We're in World War Two. World War One.
Are you sure? This looks more like World War II with Britain.
Well, actually, no, never mind. It's World War II. There's Nazis, so yeah, World War.
Yep. London bombings. Well, England bombings.
I'm not quite sure this music fits.
But Dwibs, this is Zack Snyder's favorite YouTube playlist.
When did they get William Hurt?
So, Pedro...
These actions, these dream / hallucination / daydreaming sequences don't even feel like they belong in the same movie.
So, question: are her girlfriends also dancing with her? Because otherwise, no.
It's just her. It's just her.
Then why are they even in the? Then why are they even in the dream sequence?
Because I guess Zack Snyder thought it would be hotter. It would be hotter to have more girls in skirt.
The only person who knows that for definite is Zack Snyder.
Well, just as long as they don't join in on the action, I guess it's still legit. Because then that would mean they'd have to be dancing.
Another problem is that yes, the choreography and the visuals are nice to look at, I guess. But at the same time, it's all CGI, and you can clearly tell it is. It doesn't really.
I guess to be fair, the for 2011, it's legit enough looking CGI, especially considering all the dream sequences. I guess they wanted to use CGI to make it obvious when the. By the way,
guys, I would like to remember that this is supposed to be female empowerment.
Well, I guess that's supposed to be awesome with them walking. And hey, what does this even have to do with dancing?
I don't know, Jova. You tell me.
Jova, look at the pretty scenery.
They're literally just walking through a trench warfare.
Honestly, I don't even find the scenery pretty.
Well, I mean, for a war movie, this looks pretty. Except this isn't a war movie. Poor Jamie Chung. She deserves better than this.
It's like Zack Snyder got bored of the brothel movie, so he thought, actually, no, let's make a World War II movie instead. And now,
World War II with Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Okay. Allow me. Yes, it's true. Metal Gear Solid does do a lot of stuff for the cool factor, but at the same time, the difference is that Hideo Kojima actually explains the logic instead of just, oh, it's cool, but no, he actually gives
And
context.
they still
for
tie
the
into the overall story.
In here, it's just a sci-fi cool robot because robots are cool, I guess.
And it's even worse here because, like, well, the dream sequences are supposed to be combined, you know, like, well, with her dancing. Yet, if anything, it's Jamie Chung's character who's actually doing something. She's not the one dancing. So why the heck isn't Baby Doll actually, you know, doing something action?
Because I don't know, Jova. You have to ask Zach.
Yeah. I mean, that's another big problem. Even when you take into account the rules of this universe and how the dream sequences work, they still don't seem to work. Unless they're still building up to that godforsaken dance.
Go ahead, Wes. What is it?
In which case, we're just to assume that she's been standing there.
So, judging from this movie that I'm seeing so far, Zack Snyder's mind is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, basically, he said that he said in interviews after you watch this, Dwebs, go watch the Your Movie Sucks review because, as always, Adam does a great job in picking great behind-the-scenes footage to give a great context on how fucked up this movie was made in mind. Basically, Zack Snyder said that he wouldn't. One of his biggest
maybe this
was
is World War One.
Zack Snyder said that obviously one of his biggest. Zack Snyder said that one of his biggest passions was anime, obviously. But he also wanted to make a female empowerment, clever sci-fi movie with. So yeah.
You know, the main problem with that is like, well, okay, if they were actually accomplishing something with these dance scenes, then yeah, that would be neat. But no, it's literally just dancing.
And
it's like,
Zack Snyder practicing.
Okay, actually, yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it was just the point. Yeah, okay, Jova. Now that you say that, I think I figured it out. Okay, the Zack Snyder came up with this really simple, really short MacGuffin quest story. So how do I make it longer? Random anime action scenes that don't connect to anything.
You know, if you wanted to do it like that, why not just do it like, okay, they're constantly warping to different places in time or something. Like, we'll make it like a time warp story or something. I mean, yeah, that would be crazy, but it would at least give some legitimacy to this, and it would actually still make them legit action scenes that are actually happening. I mean, yeah, it would be a lot to swallow, but hey, as Expendables 2 showed, you can make supposed dumb action actually a competent film, or at least self-aware enough.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. I mean, for as much as the dumb action film as people like to, which it is kind of.
I'm talking about Expendables 2. I mean,
I know. I'm talking about that too.
Expendables 2 actually managed to get a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. For as much as marketed as a dumb action movie, the Expendables 2 actually does manage to make us care for the characters.
Mm-hmm. And heck. Even if you don't want to go for the likes of Expendables 2 and being competent, then at least do Expendables 1, which pulls off the dumb thing legit.
Yeah.
It's like, well, honestly, I mean, well, that's what they should do.
That made no sense whatsoever.
So he hit the guy and he deflated?
But it's okay, Dweb. See, it's just all imagining. See, so it doesn't have to make sense.
Again, yeah. In fact, my main problem with this film is the same main problem the Smeghead had with the end of Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. It's like, well, okay, yeah, whether or not you enjoy Twilight for, how laughably bad it is, when you have an action scene that in the long run doesn't mean anything, it is literally made worthless by it being a dream sequence, that sort of takes away a lot of the, blood pumping action that you have, the stuff that actually gets you invested into the film.
Awesome, then. Well, since we're all fans of Smeghead, after this, aside from Your Movie Sucks review, be sure to try to check out the Smeghead's review, because Smeghead's review is the best review of this movie out there, because it does a great job comparing the original cut with the extended cut and explaining what was improved and what was not, and even giving some behind the scenes and Blu-ray info that it pretty much covers everything about the movie. Literally,
that reminds me, Pedro. It's been a while since you brought up anything from the extended cut. Has there been anything else that was, brought back in the extended cut that we didn't point out?
Jova, it's been a while, so I don't remember everything. But I didn't. The
He
ending.
just knows that musical number earlier.
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
The musical number was the almost obvious difference. The ending is longer and it explains things a bit better. And they also changed some dialogue to mean some different things. Like for example, there's going to be later a scene near the end where there's implied rape. However, Warner Brothers forced Zack to change the dialogue to not have that meaning. But this is the extended cut. We actually get the rape implying and shit.
Also, for some reason, these soldiers are bleeding air because it's all a dream. You know,
I'm guessing it's because Zack Snyder was forced to shoot this as a PG-13 movie, which is why he couldn't have blood.
Well, why not just do what the Marvel Cinematic Universe films do and, like, we'll show blood stains, but not blood splattering? I mean, literally, that's all you have to do. It's like, well, you can show some blood stains or bullet holes, just don't show the blood splattering.
Oh, look. Oh, that's right. I forgot. We were supposed to get a map. I almost forgot we had a plot.
Okay.
Wait,
so this is World War One.
Wait. That guy earlier looking at the map, but did they steal him from Lord of the Rings?
Maybe. Wouldn't be the first time a Hollywood movie steals from Lord of the Rings.
No, I meant they literally stole an orc costume and put it on an actor.
Well, it is Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah.
Maybe they had the custom lying around there.
New Line Cinema, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, honestly, I'm serious at this point. I honestly think that, if the movie was at least honest from the get-go in its marketing that, okay, the action is going to be more of a dream sequence, that would at least lessen the blow of how betrayed viewers may have felt.
It's not even just a matter of being betrayed. I went into this movie with pretty much no expectations. And even I still thought the movie just plain sucks because the plot makes no sense. We don't really get to know the characters, and the action scenes go for way too damn long. See, this is still going.
And like we said, they're pointless because, well, yeah, they're just pulling a bridge to Terabithia.
Ha, fail.
Hell, at the very least.
She tried to do the twirly thing, but the guy hit her.
To give Terabithia some credit, at least during the part where Leslie died, the girl, I think, in that part, the dream sequences actually became better.
I agree. I mean, while I generally don't like Bridge to Terabithia, I will admit that its symbolism was overall legit. My main issue, though, is how I sort of felt a bit cheated out of the action film I was expecting. But yeah.
You mean action film? I'm pretty sure Bridge to Terabithia wasn't marketed as an action film, Joe.
It was. Basically, they never told us beforehand that the world was literally just their imagination. The marketing marketed as, a film where they actually are in the action.
I get it. I get what you mean. Never mind. Mm-hmm. Oh, and now a blimp because
World War One. Goody.
I thought it was World War Two.
No. It's World War One. I noticed the whole German cross symbol thing and the trench warfare. Yeah, that's World War One more so.
Dwebs.exe is confused.
Don't worry, Dwebs. Remember, the scene is completely pointless anyway. Zack is gonna forget all about it after we're done anyway, so might as well.
Since we were talking about Bridge to Terabithia, yeah, because at least with Bridge to Terabithia, the action scenes still made sense since they were portraying the overall feeling of the characters. Yet here, it's literally just dancing. We don't get to know anything more about our character from it.
And again, allow me to ask again. This part where she just decapitated those people, what exact dance move is that supposed to represent?
The chop?
Okay, the whole visual metaphor thing doesn't work. It's just stupid.
Jesus Christ, this film's making me... Well, okay. Yes, it's making me compliment Bridge to Terabithia. Again, audience, yeah, it's not that bad a film. I just don't really like it, and I found it boring.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but yeah, it's harmless. I think at least it's harmless enough.
And again, for future reference, yeah. Hey, no, honestly, yeah. I think that films actually try to, hide what movie's actually going to be it, unless that's purposely the point, are sort of asking for, a flop at the box office. Because, that sort of reviews you for just trying to use trickery to get people to see your movie.
Girl, he was trying to surrender.
Wait.
Give me the map.
It's like, was she looking at the director and saying silently, Zach, what do I do? Turn around, Emily.
Let me guess symbolism, because the guy who she just took it from is that one guy who showed friendliness to her.
Sure. Why not?
Let me guess, a friend's gonna get it. Ah, there we go. So I guess it's supposed to be symbolism of their teamwork, even though they shared, like, what, one scene with all of them together?
Jova, are you trying to imply that this movie has no idea what the fuck it's doing?
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Well, then what do you think? Also...
Well, let's ask... Dwebs has been kind of quiet, so let's ask him. Dwebs, what are your thoughts on the movie so far? Perfect, go with that.
In terms of writing, Zack Snyder did write the screenplay for 300 first.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
300 was one of his better films.
Oh, it was him? Well, okay, fine. But he was adapting a Frank Miller comic, though. This is one where he's entirely all up to him.
And let me see what else. What is on his thing? I think he also did the screenplay for... Shoot, what was that movie he did?
Legend of the...
No, not Legends of the Guardians. I'm talking about one before that.
No, he didn't write the script for Watchmen either.
Yeah.
That was,
That
was, Jova, believe it or not, Alex C. and, I'm not kidding, David Hayter.
Yeah. Oh, David Hayter.
Because David Hayter's main career is screenwriting.
Yeah, good old David Hayter.
It's a shame, too, because I kind of wish he did more voice acting aside from Metal Gear, because he's such an awesome, fantastic actor.
Well, and there's also, I think he's directed a couple of films now at this point. One movie, Wolves.
By the way, am I the only one who finds that David Hayter's Snake voice sounds a bit similar to Steve Blum?
Well, was Steve Blum already a voice actor in 1998?
Yeah, he did Brave Fencer Musashi around that time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, so Carla Gugino and Freddie Mercury guy are...
this guy looks a bit like Walt Disney.
Basically, they're trying to imply some kind of a romance between them, but whatever, doesn't matter.
So are we supposed to hate these two?
They are I guess.
They haven't really done anything that evil. In fact, the worst we've seen what's happened is a chef catch one of the girls trying to steal from him and, while smacking her back.
Oh, David Hayter also wrote The Scorpion King.
Hey, I'm seeing another main problem with this movie. What dilemma is there?
The dilemma is we have to escape from the brothel/asylum.
Why? Everything seems fine for the most part.
Because they want to be free and they don't want to just be, pawns for men to masturbate over and shit. Remember, Jova. Remember, Jova.
Okay.
Men are evil, sexist pigs, and and women, and these women are just tired of being their slaves and shit.
Okay. I would actually find that legit for this movie. And I say legit in the fact that, that would actually make sense given the context, but that doesn't even work here because we haven't even seen them really voice their complaints. I mean, seriously, we have never heard a reason uttered by them why they want to escape so badly.
Forget uttered by them. Show us the reason.
Mm-hmm. So this movie's failed to show. In fact,
it's failed to either show or tell.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's something even Toriyama didn't stoop to. Well, as far as the first Final Fantasy XIII game goes, I don't know about the two sequels yet.
Oh, don't worry, Joe. We'll have plenty to make fun of with that. But
I know.
So at least
I'm just wondering if he actually stoops to the point, like where in the 13 sequels he fails to both show and tell.
Kinda, yeah, but we'll get to it. Oh yeah, basically.
So what's Walt Disney here up to?
There you go. Basically, what she did is she made a copy of the map while this was going on.
But she did a good job of hiding.
Yeah.
The fact.
Hey, Vanessa. So, how's your post-high school musical career?
Actually, I think that's
Jamie Chung.
Oh, it is. Whatever. Those
Vanessa Hudgens is more Latino looking, I think.
whatever. They all look sluts to like sluts to me. Oh, there she is. This is Vanessa, right?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Could you imagine all these?
All right, so this one is the one who's gonna get the next item. I think it's the fire, aka the lighter.
Could you imagine all the people that were growing up with High School Musical now watching this?
Yeah. Yeah, go.
Speaking of High School Musical, believe it or not, it was High School Musical 3 senior year of all things that actually broke Mamma Mia's record for biggest ever opening for a movie musical.
Well, from what I hear, at least it's not as bad as Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
by the
Mamma
way,
Mia makes High School Musical 3 look like Memento in terms of writing.
And by the way, I would like to say to add to what I was saying earlier. Yes, in this movie, pretty much every male character behaves like a sexist pig because this is how you empower women.
That is the cheapest way to try and make a female empowerment film. Just saying.
Oh my god, this music, Jesus!
It's not fitting. Wait. Oswald Cobblepot? What are you doing in this movie? No, seriously. That guy looks like he'd be perfect to play the Penguin in a movie. Kiss of Death?
Cigars, because that's what all rich, evil, sexist pigs.
God dang it. Somebody get that guy in a Batman movie and make him Penguin.
No, they're raping Queen. Raping Queen.
I take you didn't get this far in the movie before.
Okay, Jova, question. Which one is more obnoxious with the constant switching of tracks? This one or
Final Fantasy 13? Because at least the songs are all different, and at least they play during scenes where I could at least expect there to be songs. Whereas with Final Fantasy 13, the songs are constantly looping.
Brilliant. Not only did you make a shitty movie, but you're also raping Quinn. Great job, Zach. Great job.
Oh god, Jamie Chung. Oh my god,
Okay,
oh my god, she just slipped into British there for a bit.
Anyway, what were you saying, Pedro?
I swear, Dwibs, her accent sounds exactly like Natalia's actress. She sounds exactly like
Scarlett Johansson?
No, Natalia.
No, from GoldenEye.
The Bond girl from GoldenEye. She sounds exactly like her.
Maybe she watched that film for inspiration.
What's this version rated?
R. Remember, Joe, but the original theatrical version was specifically altered for the sake of PG-13 for the viewers. This is the R-rated version that Zack Snyder wants us to see. This is the movie as Zack Snyder wants us to see it.
And yet still, the soldiers bleed air instead of blood.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Oh shit, what are we doing now?
Alright, the plot is taking a break now, so let's have some random action.
What?
I see what's going on. So the old guy is always a representative.
Alright, guys, guess what? We had World War I and Japanese samurai shit.
Hogwarts!
Now we have fucking
Hogwarts!
Yes, now we have fucking Hogwarts with dragons. I'm not even kidding.
What?
And yet we're in a B-52 plane?
What the fuck was Zack Snyder smoking when he wrote this?
It's the castle from Hogwarts.
With a bit of Lord of the Rings tossed into it.
Again, Joe, again, Dwebs, Warner Brothers. I guess Zack Snyder literally... Okay, since I'm at Warner Brothers, I'll take advantage of that.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Paige. Even for Warner Brothers, this isn't Warner Brothers' usual MO. With being this needlessly bad. I mean, heck, I'm tempted to say that even Ballistic X vs. Sever had a better idea of what it was doing than this movie.
I've got a theory. Pedro? Jova?
Yes.
Oh, I guess Pedro fell again. Anyway, I got a theory, Jova. This is what would have happened if the Battle for Hogwarts dragged out over 2 days.
And yet also had military technology added.
Yeah, this is Voldemort launching an attack on Hogwarts.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, yeah, this is a bit like Hogwarts with the suits of armor and everything.
Yeah.
So, my question, what the heck is a World War II plane doing in the midst of it all?
Look at the visuals, Jova.
Go! Well, I guess the visuals at least look colorful here. Oh, and orcs!
The orcs?
Sure, why not?
I guess we'll be using your audio for this thingy, Jova.
Looks like it. Huh, ironic. Paige's connection goes all wonky while yours is actually working better than ever.
It's fine. I just tested it. Skype is completely screwing me over. But Jova, what were you guys talking about while I was gone?
We just said, okay, orcs. All right, you know what? Let's just roll with it.
This
And
is Zack Snyder and the Lord of the Rings Harry Potter fanfic.
You know what?
The orcs went to Hogwarts armed with machine guns and cannons.
Okay, you know what? It's come to this. The only way this movie can redeem itself is by actually pulling off legit action scenes. That is honestly the only way I can see this movie getting a high point. Oh
and
god, and now they're doing the M. Night Shyamalan trick of doing it all in one shot.
Great.
Wonderful.
And it was lame.
Okay, so why is the music so fucking loud? Basically, Dwebs, it was right at this point. It was I don't remember the exact point, but it was during this action scene where I said "fuck this movie" and I quit. I walked off the theater because I wasn't gonna destroy my fucking my fucking ears to this movie. No, fuck that. Because this movie, if you're watching this movie in the loud theater speakers, is fucking obnoxious. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, knowing usually how loud movie theaters are, especially with the whole surround sound thing, yeah.
You can imagine me listening to this in the theater. Jesus.
I mean, heck. Heck, even on good movies, I occasionally cover my ears because of loud jump scares and whatnot in the theater. But I mean, like, well, to imagine a movie that has like 80% of its
seriously,
stuff like that?
Did Warner Brothers tell David Yates, okay, David, Zack Snyder's going to come in here in a minute, so wrap up filming?
Well, this also looks a bit like Lord of the Rings, so maybe Peter Jackson too.
See, the castles look like Hogwarts.
So basically, Zack Snyder decided to okay, I'm at Warner Brothers, I'm going to take advantage of that and just fucking use all of their sets and shit.
Was Warner Brothers also involved in Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Not Lord of the Rings, but The Hobbit.
No.
Lord of the Rings was New Line Cinema.
I'm pretty sure Warner Brothers did have some say in Lord of the Rings. Let's see.
But doesn't New Line Cinema belong to Warner Brothers then, though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. So yeah. Wow, Warner Brothers must have been really raking in the dough those years. Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings that you're.
Oh yeah. Warner Brothers is actually one of the most profitable film companies aside from Disney.
Well, yeah, obviously. It's like, well, honestly, what would be your reaction if Disney manages to buy them?
As if that would happen because of competition.
I'm speaking hypothetically, of course.
Nah, with Marvel, it's different because Marvel was a comic book company.
Oh, I know, guys. I know. I'm saying, speaking hypothetically, especially since Disney.
God, it's this scene. Okay,
so you did stick around for this. I thought you said you left.
No. Well, I later watched the rest on mute.
Oh,
and with subtitles
online.
Right,
I take it.
So
yes,
what's going on here?
Basically, the webs. Yeah, this.
Oh, it's a dragon. Dang, the poor thing was just trying to sleep. What did it ever do to you?
What the fuck was that for? Wait, what? Oh, that's right. He's holding the item inside his. Okay, fuck you, movie.
Well, that was mean-spirited. I mean,
I know, right?
That dragon.
I mean, if you wanted to, if you needed to have them get the thing from the dragon, at least have the dragon like fight them or something.
But no, that dragon seemed to be just minding its own business.
And guess what? And allow me to take a cue from Lost World. Mommy's very angry.
Oh, wait, that was a baby
There you go.
dragon?
There you go, Jova. That's the visual metaphor for the lighter that they got. Apparently.
Wow. You a-holes. You killed a defenseless baby like that.
No, but just to see, Jova, the dragon doesn't actually exist. It's all daydreaming. It's all an hallucination.
No.
That's an
Extra pictures, that kind of makes it worse. That sort of makes her a sociopath.
Oh, right. There you go.
This is all-
Slitting dragons is
Mom is very... I told you Mommy was very angry. Yeah, by all means, kill them. Wait, never mind. They can't die. Fuck it.
But if this is all in her mind, it just goes to show that she has no caring for anyone outside of her and her posse. They're willing to kill a baby just to escape.
Our heroine, everybody.
Oh my god. They're really running with this.
Okay, I genuinely feel bad for the dragon.
Me too.
Serious.
You know, it's kind of a bit bad when I feel sorry for the fire-breathing monstrosity.
Okay, now it's a bit of a Lord of the Rings
Oh
thing
my
now.
god!
It really is Lord of the Rings.
Yes, the Tower of Sauron.
What the hell?
The dragon.
It's like Zack Snyder decided, okay, I'm gonna take all of Warner Brothers movies and mix them all together.
And
people
Peter Jackson and David
people love
Yates.
Lord of the Rings, don't they? Okay, throw in some Lord of the Rings. People love Harry Potter, don't they? Okay, throw in some Harry Potter.
And people love Dragon Ball Evolution, right?
And people love dragons, right? Then throw fucking Aragon into it.
Hey yeah, that would actually make sense.
Remind me, was Aragon Warner Brothers?
I'll check quickly.
That reminds me of Pedro. Was Dragon Ball Evolution also New Line Cinema?
No, I think that was...
Page Aragon's 20th Century Fox.
Okay, then.
But what about Dragon Ball Evolution?
Fox.
Actually, that's Fox 2, if I remember correctly.
Oh, never mind then. So it's Fox that's been doing a lot of that stuff.
Yes, dragon, kill them, eat them. Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't actually exist.
No. I'm still rooting for her.
Slow.
So basically, our heroines are sociopaths.
In fact, here's another problem I have with the action scenes. There's way too much slow mo. It's like Zack was practicing for fucking Man of Steel.
At least Man of Steel's slow motion actually, had a sense to it.
It did.
Yes. It was actually used somewhat properly.
Dun, 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 dun.
Please eat her.
What?
What? Okay, so which specific part of the dance is this supposed to represent?
The part where they're spazzing like crazy.
Oh god.
Was she shooting them in the dick?
Yes.
And remember, Dwebs, this is a film that has a cult following that genuinely believes this is a clever, awesomely clever movie. And the only here's an interesting thing. Allow me. Back when this movie, okay, I know that. Okay, see, I know you're not a fan of Inception, but I think even you will at least sympathize with me to some extent with what I say right here. Okay, back when this movie first came out, there was an article from someone at IGN praising this movie, saying, "Oh yeah, this is the kind of movie that's gonna not gonna get kind reviews because it's so subtle with its themes and messages and shit." Whereas Inception. Whereas Inception had to explain the workings of the logic. Well, that's the thing. You're confusing not being subtle with actually fucking explaining what the fuck is even going on. This movie is not just... It's not a matter of the movie being subtle or not subtle. It doesn't... There's literally nothing into this movie. It's just...
What? I can't hear you over the music!
Oh my god. That was terrible.
I mean, say what you want about Zack Snyder. Say what you want about Inception, but at least in Inception, Nolan was trying to make some sense of what the movie was. Yeah, and again, that was apparently the greatest dance he's ever seen. Oh, and he smoked like half the cigar.
My god, that action scene was terrible.
That actor looks like what Martin Scorsese would look like if he let himself go. Yes, let's smoke one more. Let's smoke one more. You're obsessed.
Why isn't he the Penguin? Seriously, he looks and smokes the part.
There you go. All this just to get a fucking
lighter.
Yes.
You killed a poor baby dragon. I don't care if that was an imaginative dragon. That dragon had a life, for God's sakes, and you just killed him without a second thought.
That dragon already expressed more character than anyone else in this fucking movie.
As did its mother. The mother dragon actually had proper motivation for her actions. She wanted to get revenge for her killed child. The dragons were the best characters in this movie.
So guys, what we're saying is the best characters in this movie are ones that don't even exist in the world of the movie.
Exactly.
Yep. And they're dragons as well. Fire-breathing dragons.
It's unique, I'll give it that.
And this is why you don't see Zack Snyder writing anymore.
My God, this girl's a sociopath.
You do know he's co-writing the story for Man of Steel.
Wait, he is?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're in trouble.
Wait,
no, sorry. Batman vs Superman.
I thought that was...
So wait a minute. David Goyer and Zack Snyder. Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Actually,
Dwibs, I think you have your things mixed up there.
I'm wrong. That's for the Justice League two-parter.
Okay, then.
I think.
Which does sound like they at least have a better semblance of what they're doing with the Justice League two-parter than they do with Man of Steel.
So is Zack Snyder now going to direct or write every DC film universe movie?
No.
Oh, because he's apparently involved in Batman. He's directing Batman vs Superman. He's apparently involved in the Justice League movies. Huh.
Well, so far, all that's been confirmed is that the Suicide Squad's being written and directed by David Ayer. Wonder Woman is being written by Jason Fox. Yeah, I know. I don't know how you pronounce that last name.
Okay, here we go. Basically,
Jenkins.
Here's one main difference from the. Basically, he suspects that they're up to something, so he's basically trying to get a confession out of them.
I'm guessing that he didn't in the original cut.
In the original cut, he flat out threatens them. He makes some really, really horrible threats. But for the PG-13 version, his dialogue was slightly altered to be a little more, to soften the blow.
Did he also suspect them immediately in the cut version?
He did, but in the other version, he was more. But again, they softened the blow by cutting some stuff, and
so he was more of a cartoony bad guy.
Well, he's a cartoony bad guy in both versions.
I know. I mean, he was more of a, shall we say, age-friendly cartoony bad guy.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas in here, he's gonna be like, the cartoony villain in the sense that a Nazi is.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Anyway, it's only after Batman vs Superman, Zack Snyder's only really going to be directing the Justice League films. Aquaman's being done by James Wan.
Goody Aquaman. Are they going to try and make him serious again, or are they actually going to embrace the fact that Aquaman is silly? So
basically, what you're trying to tell me is that Warner Bros. Is trying to make him the Joss Whedon of the DC film universe.
No, I don't get that feeling, since, even the Marvel Cinematic Universe does have multiple directors. The difference with the superhero films is, a director can influence a lot, but with superhero films, writers also tend to have a lot more influence than your typical movie. It's okay,
Joe, let me explain this. Basically, these two are sisters, the ones that are looking at each other right now. And Sweet Pea, that's right, Sweet Pea. This right here, the long-haired one, Sweet Pea, she doesn't want to risk her sister's safety, so she's kind of a bit. She's against risking their lives any further.
She's a bit cross.
Yeah. But okay. I mean, I guess the film is sort of implied that they're being kept here.
What's the point of arguing? You're not going to die in the dreams.
No. Remember,
I think he's talking about them escaping.
Oh, in IRL.
I don't blame you, Dwebs, because we spent more time in the dreams than the actual real world, so it's not.
Let me guess.
Dwebs is like, oh, that's right. I forgot this movie has a plot, supposedly.
Let me guess. The way they're gonna beat the guy is envisioning a dance sequence, and they're going to basically beat him up while imagining to dance.
No, that actually would be better than what we're actually going to get.
I'll be right back. I need the toilet.
You know, I get the sense that this movie is trying to titillate us. What do you think, Pedro?
I don't know. Vanessa's thinking that, oh my god, what is my career going?
Granted. I guess the titillating outfits do make sense since they're in a brothel sort of place.
True. But Zack Snyder
But I
doesn't
get the
have to
feeling
shoot
that
the
they're
action
trying.
scenes. But the Zack Snyder doesn't have to shoot the action scenes with a lot of upskirt shots.
True. It sort of gives me the feeling that he's trying to go for, you know, the whole jail exploitation girl films. So I guess now we're supposed to like this Russian woman?
I guess
Who even is she in the grand scheme of things?
she's the dancing teacher.
Let me guess, because she's a woman, she understands their plights.
Kinda, I guess.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but even Maleficent didn't go this far with the whole men are evil shtick. At least it had the prince, who was an overall decent guy.
Oh, come on, Joe. But we all know that every single man in the face of the planet is an evil, sexist pig who only looks at women as sex objects. Come on. Don't we all?
Oh, yeah, Dwibs, don't we all?
Don't we all what?
Basically, well, I was just saying to Jova, well, after all of us men, every single man in the face of the planet is an evil, sexist pig who only looks at women as sex objects, right?
And all women are pure and demure, who always have only the best intentions and wouldn't dare think of doing anything evil.
Of course.
Yeah, like
And
slitting innocent dragons' throats.
Yep. If anything, I find the men more sympathizing than the women so far.
It's like, geez, okay, look, I myself support actual feminism, but when you go overboard, it turns into feminazism, which is kind of a form of sexism, ironically.
Which is interesting because this movie has Nazis.
Oh, goody.
Basically, she's the younger sister still wants to go through with the plan.
So she's gonna, let me guess, the older one's gonna rat him out to keep him from escaping.
No. She, despite her being against them, she's still loyal. So it turns out they're actually going to go through the plan because she can tell that they're not going to give up. So might as well stick around to help.
So what was even the point of her arguing then?
Because Zack needed to fill for time.
It's like, okay, if it's caused her to come down to the point where she would actually try to
just need
sabotage the plan, then okay.
Okay, remember, Joe, but this is one of Zack Snyder's first attempts at writing, so he thought, okay, those movies usually have this thing called conflict, don't they? Okay, let's just have the girl, one of the sisters, not be for the plan. Nope.
Oh boy, are we gonna have another dance scene coming up?
Yes, we're gonna distract the cook, so we can steal, I forgot the item they're stealing now, but whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Oh goody, time to go back into action scene land. What would make them even more despicable, I wonder?
Okay, so take a
Okay.
guess. To which imaginary world are we going now?
An amusement
Narnia.
park?
Drebs, your guess?
Narnia?
Let's see. Oh my god, the playlist again.
Well, at least we know the overall formula, so at least this movie will be predictable.
Oh, I got it. The
What?
Matrix.
Honestly,
cool.
Dwibs, you wish.
And now we're in what?
Oh no.
Rin-
Oh,
And now we're in
Jupiter
Jupiter
Ascending!
Ascending! No!
Jupiter Ascending, alright.
Jupiter
Okay,
Ascending, 4 years early.
okay, I'll give the movie that. I didn't see that one coming.
Jupiter. That's right. We're going to Jupiter.
Funny,
So
we bring up
so
the
you can say
Wachowskis so much.
The Wachowskis ripped this off.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I mean, the protagonist of Jupiter Ascending does have a few dream sequences here and there.
Webs, maybe the Wachowskis watched this movie and they thought, oh my god, this is such clever, brilliant sci-fi genius. We need to So there you go.
Read on
So what-
this.
Hey, yeah. Come to mention.
You know how this movie has a cult following? The Watches are part of that cult following, apparently.
Hey, yeah. Come to think of it, there hasn't really been that much sci-fi for, I suppose it's sci-fi adventure.
I guess the dreams are supposed to be the sci-fi part, you know, with the guns and the shit. Whatever.
Jesus Christ, Detroit Becoming Human looks like a better example of sci-fi.
But
Zing!
But Jova, don't you see? It is not sci-fi.
No.
We didn't want to tell a sci-fi story. We want to tell a story about human emotions.
Dwibs, what do you think of Detroit Becoming Human? It's a story about robots trying to become human in this technological city. Does that
Ex
sound like
Machina.
sci-fi to you?
Ex Machina.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's like a- it's like a- it's
He
like
also
about the
ripped off
genre.
Ex Machina, but yeah.
It's like about the genre, though.
I believe Ex Machina was a sci-fi adventure, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Have you seen Ex Machina?
The
I have.
movie or the game?
The movie.
Yeah, I've seen
The
it.
one with that that
And
robot.
now we're going to blow up a fucking train.
What?
On Jupiter.
Okay, now it's Skyfall they're predicting.
You wish it was Skyfall.
And now they're ripping off Expendables.
Not to mention.
Oh my god, it's Expendables 3 with the helicopter and the train!
Slow-mo landing.
So, let me get this straight. This movie also predicted Expendables 3.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the theatrical cut was PG-13, and it also got a extended harder rated cut. So yeah, it did predict Expendables 3.
And now iRobot?
And now GoldenEye. Like, we're suddenly going into first-person shooting, apparently.
So, oh yeah, that reminds me. When we commented on Expendables 3,
Have you
did we
ever
look
played
at the...
GoldenEye 64?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
that
awesome.
reminds...
Pretty awesome game.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe record it at some point.
Oh yeah, that reminds you guys. When we commented on Expendables 3, was that the extended cut or the theatrical cut we did?
I don't remember, and quite frankly, I don't care. Slow mo.
Wow. Okay, what's with these weird twirly shots?
Okay, Battlefielder,
Because
you are
because
forgiven. Your
because
camera
it-
angles are forgiven, Battlefielder.
Actually, Joe, I'm gonna actually give credit that at the very least, the camera doesn't look like it's about to fall.
I get that, but at least the Battlefield Earth, at least the camera was, during those scenes actually staying still for the most part.
But don't you see, this is awesome and cool.
Oh.
Ugh.
So
yeah, we're ripping off iRobot.
See, the problem with these action scenes, they would be fun to watch if, at the very least, we actually got to be able. It wasn't for so much slow mo. That there's way too much slow mo in these action scenes.
And there's also the fact that while the action scenes try to be awesome, not being part of the story sort of hurts them. Because, okay. I mean, often in a good action scene, yeah, the action scenes may seem pointless, but at least they actually have a place in the overall story. Even with Michael Bay's movies, he makes sure to integrate the action into the story. Oh boy, does he make sure to. But with here, you just don't feel as invested here because, well, I mean, why bother trying to pick apart these action scenes when overall they mean jack squat?
You know what would have been awesome? When that girl just got punched. It would be awesome if they did that thing with the punch at the end of Matrix Revolutions. Well, Joe, but here's my theory. Zack Snyder wanted to make these awesome, cool action scenes, but they wouldn't allow him to just make a movie with just the action scenes. So he wrote this plot at the last minute just so he could actually and through the action
Justify
scenes.
it.
Again. If he again, Mr. Snyder, if you wanted to do this last minute, just make it that they're constantly warping through dimensions. Yeah, it would be stupid, but hey, you can do a stupid, awesome film.
No, but that's the thing, Joe. The problem is that according to Zack Snyder, this is supposed to be a clever, thought-provoking
was
movie.
there a weapon in Final Fantasy VII? Wasn't there a weapon on the train?
Yes, a bomb.
This is a bomb.
Yep.
Someone set up us the bomb.
We get signal.
What?
Main screen turned on.
It's you.
How are you, gentlemen?
You guys remember that.
All your films are belong to us.
What you say?
You have no chance to survive. Make your time.
You know, here's what I don't... Oh, never mind.
That's the sad part, is that cutscene still managed to express more character and story than this movie. Go ahead, Joe, what is it?
You know, here's what I don't get. It's like, okay, I mean, I could get them wearing the skimpy clothes, like when they're, you know, in real life, because I guess it's part of the whole work outfit thing. But shouldn't... Okay. If you want to make a sexy outfit like what Baby Doll's wearing, okay, that's fine. But some of their outfits are downright ridiculous of how impractical they are.
It's an interesting thing, by the way. If this was the theatrical cut, we would be almost done by now.
And we're
half an hour left.
So that's either a good thing or a bad thing in the long run, because we might have been even more confused than we are.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we might have actually been close to the prison.
Let's just say that when it comes to director's cuts, let's just say Zack Snyder is definitely no James Cameron.
So, a question though, Pedro. I mean, would you overall say that the director's cut at least improves in overall, or would you say it makes it worse?
Honestly, I think both cuts are just as stupid. The only main difference to me, because I don't really mind the rape thing. I don't really care about that. For me, they're both just as stupid. Just one is longer. But honestly, if you want a better comparison of both cuts, just watch the Smeghead review, because he actually went to the trouble of actually trying to, you know, connect the dots and stuff.
Oh, I get that. I'm just asking, Miko, in your opinion, Miko, would you say like, well, the film's better off with the director's cut because it explains
I prefer
more?
I prefer the theatrical cut because it's at least shorter. What is it?
Guys, they didn't succeed. The music cut out.
So that makes the dance scene even... Wait a minute. Wait, were they actually going to kill him with the knife?
No, I don't think so.
Then what was she doing with the knife then?
And now... this again.
So, what was that girl gonna do with the knife then if she wasn't gonna kill him? Pedro?
I don't know, Joe. I'm confused. Again, Joe, Zack Snyder doesn't actually give us any context to explain how the logic of these dream sequences work. So, what am I supposed to say?
Come up with something, maybe?
It's not gonna work.
Sure it won't. Well, hey.
Okay,
At least now something's actually happening in the real world that would actually resemble the peril they're in. So, okay, let's see what they actually do with this.
95 minutes into the fucking movie, though.
Yeah, I know. That is stupid.
Bye, whoever you are. Wait, what? Whatever, I don't care. And by the way, her helmet says sucker.
They left her behind. Does that mean that she's gonna be killed by the chef?
I guess.
You know, just to reiterate, when I read the Wikipedia page, it did mention they were under the threat of a lobotomy, and yet we've heard no such thing about that.
Just wait till the ending, Jova. We'll get to that.
So let me get this straight. The first sentence of the Wikipedia page actually brings up something that is supposed to have happened, but doesn't happen till like we're 90% in.
You'll see.
Oh, let me guess. This is symbolism for the older sister now dying or something?
There you go. Well, actually, the younger one, not the older one. Oh no, she's dead. How will I ever cope with this?
You know, am I the only one that finds it stupid that she died because of this? No, seriously. Seriously, this is what kills her? Just some chef? Some fat chef?
But he stabbed her with a knife because, again, you see, Jova, men are evil, sexist pigs who kill women.
Ignoring the fact that you were trying to trick him and take advantage of him, heck, for all he knows, you were going to kill him with that knife, so... yeah, if anything, he was acting in self-defense. Even if that wasn't the case, I'm pretty sure a court will actually look at it like that. Well, a court with sense. I mean, seriously, they made the first advance onto him, and that girl came at him with a knife. What was he supposed to do?
Am I supposed to feel sad here?
I mean, heck, if anything, I sympathize more with the chef.
Well, give the actress credit. She's at least trying, I guess.
Actually, the guy's right. This is their fault overall.
There's our thoughts on all this. Dibs?
Okay. Better question, Dwibs. Who do you sympathize more with in this scene, the men or the girls?
Can I take a third option and say nobody?
Well, you have to admit the men actually have a point, and no, I'm not being sexist, but seriously, the men have a point. What if these girls...
Honestly, Jova, I think this movie is more sexist to men than it is to women, honestly.
Yeah.
And this was made by a guy.
And it's a movie with girls dressing in such skimpy outfits.
It's sexist to everybody!
Sucker Punch.
Yay!
We're sexist to all. No discrimination here.
Christian Bale?
Joe, normally I would say that he'd have more sense than this, but he was in Terminator Salvation.
True.
To be fair, it was Terminator Salvation. That was back in the day when Terminator wasn't regarded that badly.
Well, to be fair...
Terminator 3 aside, Terminator was still an overall popular franchise, and let's not forget, there are still quite a few people who like Terminator 3. No, it's Terminator Salvation afterwards that screwed the pooch because...
There's one thing though, Dwebs. If I remember correctly, wasn't Christian Bale tricked that Terminator Salvation was going to be a much different movie than what it actually was?
Yeah, that too.
He wanted to be in a movie that was more deep and all that shit, but said he ended up being in a mindless action flick. Which I don't mind. Okay, let me say, I like mindless action flicks. It's just when they're boring, then that's when you
can't really blame Christian Bale for that. I mean, just like you, for all he knew, this was actually going to be a good action film, but nope.
Well, that, and he also pulled out a Steve Jobs.
In that case, I'm gonna give...
Wait. Christian Bale was originally in Steve Jobs?
No, he's talking about the fact when he flipped out on set and shit.
No, actually, I mean... He was cast as Steve Jobs in the most recent Steve Jobs movie, but he pulled out.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Good for you, Christian Bale. Yep, he definitely has good standards.
Yes, because not just that, but why would somebody try to cast him as Steve Jobs? He doesn't even look the part. Michael Fassbender is a better choice.
Well, enough makeup can do the guy to look well enough. I'm guessing they're going for more of his overall acting charisma. Oh,
that's like those morons in the morons who made who wrote the morons.
Let's get back to that thought later. Anywho, it turns out that we're now supposed to sympathize with this Russian woman because now she's on their side, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
What is even going on here? Okay, question. Why does this guy not want them to escape that badly? I mean, is there some evil thing going on behind the scenes? Because we have not seen any scene whatsoever that suggests that the girls are being overall mistreated. Now, granted, they might have said something, but, the problem is, you should show that.
But, Joe, from what I can tell, from what he says, it's mostly an ego thing. He believes he owns them and shit.
Oh. So he's just evil for the sake of being evil. Now, granted.
That's what men are. They're evil.
Now, granted. Okay. Now, okay. If it was because of his ego, then maybe the movie should have, showed a few scenes with him being all egotistical and everything. Actually showing his psychosis and everything. Yet, we only just learn... Well, is it just now that we learn of him being egotistical?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, we only just learned out. Oh, and one of the main girls is dead. Well, I mean, two of the main girls are dead now.
Yep.
So...
Well, hey, Vanessa Van Hudgens is... Oh. What? Oh, so they faked... What happened?
He's shooting them.
Basically, he made an example out of them.
And what are they even snitching on?
What was that first shot for?
He was shooting them.
I don't know. Who cares?
So let's see. So Jamie Chung's character is dead, and as well as Vanessa Hudgens' character.
How will I
three
ever
of
cope?
the main posse are dead.
Can we get back to the dragon?
Yeah,
I like the dragon.
me too. And also, okay, so the guy says that we hate snitches. What are they supposed to be talking to anyone about? In fact, what would they be telling? Again, we have not seen anything in this environment to suggest
Remember, Joe. This is a brothel masquerading as an asylum. So
Oh, yeah.
they're afraid that they'll try to tell one of the customer, basically try to get the truth out there and shit.
Now, why the heck he feels he needs to kill several of them, if not just... In fact, well, yeah, why doesn't he kill all of them if he's that paranoid about it? Make up your mind, movie. Is he paranoid? Is he egotistical? Both?
Well, I'm sure you can be both, but
But
isn't really getting it across very well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I mean, okay. I mean, I guess I could theorize that he's both egotistical and paranoid. Like, well, he feels that, okay, I've made an example, so she'll listen to me whatsoever now. And now he's trying to rape her all of a sudden?
Yes.
Why? Oh, right, because he feels he owns her. And now he's dead?
Yes, why not?
So...
There you go, got the key.
Yay! You succeeded, yet your friends pretty much are dead. In fact, they never would have done any of this if it wasn't for your stupid idea, girl.
But that's okay, Joe. We can still save Sweet Pea. And by the way, Sweet Pea is a really stupid name.
I guess it's supposed to be their brothel names.
Okay, we're almost... Actually, no. I wonder what... Oh, that's right. I forgot. There's still the high roller scene. Never
Jeez,
mind.
we still have over 20 minutes of film left. Now what? Oh.
Burn!
Maybe you might want to
baby,
warn the
burn.
people who are working here.
All you care about is money. This town deserves a better class of criminal. And I'm gonna give it to them. Tell your men they work for me now. This is my city.
What film's that from?
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Have you seen The Dark Knight, Dwibs?
He has, yeah.
Yeah.
They won't work for a freak. Why won't you cut them out into little pieces and feed to your pooches? And then we'll see how loyal a hungry dog really is.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Dwibs.
I should put on the record. Speaking of Nolan.
Okay, Dwibs. I mean, you have to admit, at the very least, the writing for the Joker and Dark Knight is borderline is awesome.
Sure, it's just everything else is just kind of.
Really?
But anyway, I was just gonna say. Speaking of Nolan, while I do want in on most of his films, you can do. I don't know.
Memento.
Do Memento without me.
Why?
Sure. He doesn't like Memento.
Fair enough.
I'm sure he wants to be on The Prestige, though, because he's told me that The Prestige is his favorite Nolan film.
Yeah, because of magic. And also Hugh Jackman's in it.
So, so they're home free now. I mean, the main villain's dead.
I know, Joe, but this is the part where they're about to pull off the big twist.
Wait, so is this where the whole lobotomy thing is brought in?
Yep.
I guess she was lobotomized all this time, and this is all just an act.
You're in the right path, Twibs, but not quite. Just change the latter part of your guess.
You mean to tell me that she was going to be lobotomized?
Oh, here you go. Listen. There you go. She just realized. There you go. Basically, she's basically going to distract the guards so that she can escape.
That's pointless. Seriously, you've been spending this entire goddamn film trying to escape.
Literally just said, I don't know what she said. This was never my story. She said, this was never my story. It was yours.
Yeah, so we've been following the wrong main character all this time.
Even from the beginning? Right. So basically, they sort of pulled a reverse Final Fantasy X on us.
Yes.
Yeah, but didn't 10 do that like near the middle?
Actually,
10 did
kind
that
of
all
did.
over the place.
Yeah.
So what was it here? Oh, we thought Tidus was the main character, but no, it's Yuna.
This is
That'd be like
your
that'd be like
story.
if in, that'd
Go
be
ahead,
like if in Final Fantasy VII, where we thought Cloud was the main character, but no, it turns out it was Yuffie.
You know the sad thing, Pedro Zyko? Honestly, I feel that line would be fitting for stories like 10 and 13. Since well, just imagine if Titus told Yuna, this is actually your story,
Yeah.
or if Lightning told Vanille, this is actually your story.
Yeah, true. You see, Dwebs, as Spoonie put out very well in his reviews, ever since Final Fantasy X, the series always kind of had a problem with actually knowing who the main character actually is. I mean, in 10, we had that bullshit thing with Tidus. In 12, we had Vaughn and Penelo, who had nothing to do with the story. And in 13, supposedly the hero is Lightning, even though the actual main characters of the story are, when you get right down to it, are Fang and Vanille. All right.
So let me guess. Now she's gonna actually get the lobotomy.
Okay. By the way, did I drop? Did you guys hear everything I said?
Yeah.
Okay. Just because I was just checking because Oh, and now, wait. Did she suddenly drop into a completely different movie?
Wait. Isn't that Baby Doll's house?
That's your hint, Jova.
Wait, so is Sweet Pea the girl who shot her own sister?
Hold on. Oh yeah, this is the scene. Okay, basically, this scene was heavily altered in the theatrical cut. In the theatrical cut, basically, Baby Doll was captured, and now she's being taken to the high roller guy, who is basically gonna, is supposed to be their highest paying customer. Is supposed to have to go sex with her and shit. In the theatrical cut, he's a much more nicer high roller, and he decides, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna have sex with you unless you want me to. I'm a good guy and shit.
Oh wow, an actual good man.
However, in the theatrical cut,
in
this cut that we're watching, aka Zack Snyder's cut, he says something different. He says, "Okay, how about this? If you give yourself to me willingly, then I won't hurt you," or some shit. I don't remember the specifics exactly. Just watch the Smeghead's review. He does a great job explaining things.
Might as well listen now. Love. Wasn't there supposed to be a lobotomy?
Again, Jova, don't worry. We'll get to that.
But we're... Oh my.
She was already lobotomized.
Nah, Dweebs, you already tried that one.
Okay,
Hold on, Dweebs, let me listen. So let me get this straight. This girl killed a guy and has, kicked someone in the balls and just fought back. And they thought, yeah, this is exactly the girl we want to be selling to the highest bidder.
They're not a very good brothel.
You don't know. Is this guy at least still decent like he's in the theatrical cut, or is he a scumbag in the extended cut?
Kind of, I guess, but
Scumbag or decent?
Decent, I guess. I don't know. I mean, yeah, in this cut, he actually wants her to willingly give herself to him and shit.
Ew. So he's still somewhat decent, yet he's one of those sexist guys who wants the woman to completely submit to him.
Well, of course, Jova. Men are sexist pigs. You seem really nice. You seem really nice.
What? What?
Like a good moment, I think that's what he said.
Okay, so the music's too loud and the acting is too quiet.
Yep. Great sound mixing.
Pardon me for a moment. I'll be right back.
Yes, by all means, Jova. Flee away from... Don't say Gem. You make Universal vomit because their Gem film bombed. Yeah, because everyday life so far for us has been a walking dream.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, Pedro. Let me guess. The entirety of the movie, from like the very first scene, is all just going on in her head.
Bingo.
I knew it. Good job, Jova isn't here.
Oh man. Yes, they actually pulled that. Yeah, Zack actually pulled that card. Okay, if I remember correctly, in the theatrical cut, I don't think we actually see this particular part.
Best keep my correct guess a secret till Jova gets back.
We're actually about almost at it, so I hope he gets back soon. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. This entire thing was right before the nail hit her head. She literally imagined the whole thing in like a second. However the hell that works. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. So yeah, it turns out there is no brothel. It's an asylum. That's all it is. Basically, okay. According to Zack Snyder, and I'm guessing the fans, supposedly her imagining that whole thing is supposed to be her coping mechanism for, and shit. But who cares?
She does all that in a second.
Ugh. Don't you see this? It's so clever because this was all metaphorical.
No, it's not. And what metaphors? All I saw was...
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
You missed the twist.
God
Okay.
dang it.
That I called.
Basically, Dwid's actually called the plot twist before it happened. Okay,
About
basically,
her already being lobotomized?
Okay, Jova, basically, you know how at the beginning of the movie we were about to see the nail hit her head?
Let me guess, it did.
Every single thing you have seen from that scene up until this point was just her imagining it as a way to cope. That's right. The entire movie was just her imagining this whole thing.
So Sweet Pea didn't even escape?
No, Jova, nothing happened.
So we were going to be experiencing dreams within dreams.
Yeah, it's like I said.
So I guess it is going Inception.
Except in Inception, there was a logic to how the dreams worked.
I agree. There was definitely a logic.
Well, the logic got kind of confuddling for me in that film, but
Oh, I see.
But you have to admit this. At least Nolan was trying to actually, make sense out of his movie.
I get it. So that's why everything made little to no sense in that movie. And I get it. So basically, she was envisioning all the people here as like members of the staff. It's like, okay.
So supposedly, her giving herself to the High Roller is supposed to be a metaphor for her accepting her fate. That's what the fans tell me, at least.
Oh, great! This creep.
So yeah, the head of the brothel is actually this guy. So yeah, they're pulling a Wizard of Oz thing where every single person in her life has a role in her fantasy or dream or whatever.
This would actually be a neat twist if, the film had actually had some semblance of building up to it. And granted, I guess you could technically say that we should have...
Yeah, you know what this reminds me, Joe? Reminds me of
Why
the fan...
isn't it showing her face?
Hold on, Dwibs.
Remember, Dwibs, she was lobotomized. Right now, she's pretty much a vegetable.
Let me guess, she's going to be smiling because her gesture is not what a lobotomized person should look like.
Yeah. The guy lobotomizing her actually said that she smiled right before the lobotomy, right before the nail hit her head. It's supposed to symbolize that she accepted her death, but who gives a shit? It's just the fanboys trying to actually give this movie meaning.
Well, okay. I can get what Zack Snyder's going for, but... Okay, seriously, Guy. Of all the build-up you had to it, it was filled with 40% nonsense. Those stupid action scenes, and it turns out that nobody even mattered. At least in Wizard of Oz, or, The Wiz. And I'm talking about the musical The Wiz, not the movie it was based off of. You could argue it might have been a dream, or it was real, but whether or not was the case, there was still an impact. Actually, there was still a lesson actually learned.
The Wizard of Oz was Dorothy accepting the fact that her home is that her home is not as bad as she thinks she is.
What? So did she die?
Apparently, he wanted to rape her. I guess I don't know what.
Let me guess. He really wanted her, but it turns out she's dead, so... We barely even got to... Well, okay. I guess we technically did get to know him for the dream sequence, but... Actually, no, we don't really get to know the real him, so for all we know, aside from that one creepy kissing scene, I guess it can be implied, still.
There you go, and... Come on, Zach.
Well, we were already told...
There you go, there's her face, as she got lobotomized.
Why are we even here still?
So who got that fortune
Oh,
at
look,
the end?
it's Sweet Pea again. Wait, what?
Then this is the ending that I still don't understand what the fuck is going on with this. So wait a minute. So the thing was actually real after all? What?
So let me get this straight. So basically, Baby Doll's imagination is that Sweet Pea escapes. So she's basically imagining another character in her imagination to have escaped.
Sure.
Wayne? Who's that?
Who cares? Wayne Enterprises.
Bruce Wayne? I don't care.
Wayne Enterprises.
So I guess I can imagine that bad guy was the Penguin at least. Hurrah.
Fort Wayne.
Oh, look! The real old man was actually the bus driver.
Wait. But isn't this still in the dream? With it looking all CGI?
Supposedly this is the real world version of Sweet Pea. Like how everybody has a real...
What interaction did she even have with Baby Doll?
I guess this is supposed... Actually, you know what? I give up. I forget. I'm done trying to make sense of this movie.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to look it up on Wikipedia. Let's
Go
see.
ahead.
Back in the asylum. Just barefoot.
See,
Huh.
And your ass is fired.
That's illegal.
What's illegal?
There you go, everybody. But she said, "I don't have a ticket," and the guy still lets her in. Like, that's okay. I know.
Uh-huh. So, okay.
Pretentious narration for the win!
Okay. So apparently the dream was actually a fantasy flashback paralleling events that really happened in the hospital. So I guess we can assume that, yeah, Sweet Pea actually did escape for real. Although that just makes me wonder, then what the heck was going on in the real world when, the whole dance subplot and the whole girls trying to escaping was going on then?
Ah!
And
Damn, Zack!
Is there a stinger?
No.
I guess there is.
There is?
During the end credits, Dr. Gorski and Blue perform Love is the Drug in a glitzy musical sequence that include all 5 female leads.
Great. Another pointless musical number, because we totally needed that.
woo.
All right.
Well, I guess while we're waiting for the stinger, should we start our final thoughts?
Go ahead, Webbs, since I know you want to get this done.
Yeah, this movie is one of the biggest examples of pointless that I've ever seen. Basically, like a whole, more than a third of the movie was pointless because it never happened. And honestly, it wasn't even all that exciting either in terms of its action. It was just, overall, it was just boring.
Yeah. That's it?
So, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, Jova.
Hold on, I'm having a bit of a convo with Dad downstairs. You go next, Pedro.
Sure. Also, God, this is music class.
Oh my god, that credit. It was called A Cruel and Unusual Production.
Oh, wait, I think the stinger's now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
This must be that stinger scene, I guess. Any minute now.
Okay. Eyeliner. Sure. Oh, there it is. Wait. This is just that musical number again. Oh, I get it. Okay, so the thing was, this is part of the credit sequence because it wasn't in the theatrical cut. I get it now.
Oh,
okay.
I get it. So basically it's them in a new scene apparently foreshadowing another song, even though... Why are we even still in the stream sequence?
Because we are.
Whatever. Final thoughts. This movie is a pile of shit. Okay? Zack, just stick to directing. And even then, I still don't think he's that good at directing, but that's a topic for another time. This movie makes no sense. The characters lack don't have any depth.
They're not even there.
with zero development throughout. The action scenes, they're well choreographed and they look and the environments look pretty, I guess, but there's way too much slow-mo, and quite frankly the action scenes go for way too damn long. And not to mention that stupid plot twist that basically renders 90% of the movie pointless. Like, seriously.
Apparently it's supposed to parallel events that did happen in the real world, but
we never saw them.
we're left wondering what the heck happened to the other girls in the real world,
So,
or what the heck was actually happening during that whole escape and rescue mission.
Exactly. That makes no sense. Okay, everybody.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. What about the stepfather?
The movie forgot all about him, so why should we bother?
So he was literally just a means to an end to get this girl to that asylum.
Pretty much, yeah. All right, everybody. That was pretty much it.
I guess it's my turn to give my final thoughts.
Yeah,
then.
Sucker Punch is a piece of shit. Go ahead, Joa.
This movie. Okay, honestly, this movie combines the worst of movies that, well, I don't like. I will still admit, plus some things legit. Like, it has the action scenes that aren't really action scenes from Bridge to Terabithia. It has the whole dream within a dream thing from Inception, which I actually do like. It has the whole girl power thing overdone, overblown. It's like the worst of all worlds when it comes to film cliches. And yeah, honestly, the worst thing was I'm guessing that they're trying to use the excuse that, hey, a lot of these characters weren't even there, so that's why everything was all topsy-turvy in the dream. But no, I mean, they don't even stay true to the dream world's actual rules. And yes,
What rules?
the rules that apparently the action scenes occur
were there any
every time
rules
she
set up?
dances.
Were there any rules set up? That's
Yes.
news to me.
Yes, apparently there were. Apparently the action scenes happened whenever she was dancing. And it turned out no. But hey, I guess they can just excuse that with, hey, that was also a dream as well. So we're actually being cinematic geniuses here.
Army of me.
I mean, like, well,
Love is the drug.
yes,
What the
love
hell?
is a drug. It's like, oh, okay. If I can give this some one thing, I guess, okay, it's trying to pull off a lot of symbolism, and some of the visuals do seem a bit artsy. But the problem is, like, well, they don't seem to have a sense of focus on what theme they want to try and portray. And
There was
like,
a theme.
well, that's it, dude. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's like, well, I mean, you get the feeling like, well, all these scenes are trying to portray a theme, but they all seem to have a different idea of what that theme is.
I love that one of the production companies is Cruel and Unusual Films, and it had
That's what I pointed out earlier when I said cruel and unusual production.
and it had a girl that looked just like the girls with the skimpy outfit and the sword.
Maybe they're the ones behind this travesty. But hey, either way though, this movie sucks. Cause I go, honestly, it's like, well, I mean, have you ever seen that film that, I go, you can tell that this movie is trying to portray a theme, but all the scenes that try and portray that theme are also disjointed and such that it just comes out a mess. It's like, oh heck, I'm gonna say it, Ballistic X vs. Sever had better work with all of its scenes. Yes, Ballistic X vs. Sever actually at least got its theme across, and I at least knew, in the grand scheme of things, what was going on before, like, the 90% mark. But here, it's literally to the end, and even then it doesn't make a lick of sense. And yeah, I still stand by my thing that, to me, my favorite character was the dragon and her baby.
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure both of us agree with you, so...
I mean,
anyway,
seriously, that was just cold.
Actually, I have to disagree. I don't think that was a theme of Ballistic.
No. What I'm saying is like a Ballistic X vs. Sever did a better job of actually, telling you what the heck was going on and actually, staying true to the one path and actually, yeah, Ballistic X vs. Sever did have the theme of the whole, my family's been kidnapped, or the whole vengeance theme, which actually got across better. But yeah, this movie fails. It fails badly.
Basically, Zack Snyder wanted to create a clever movie, but the problem is that he has no idea how to even go about doing that.
I think no. Well, it's like he does have the idea how to pull off a clever movie. It just depends on what sort of clever idea you're going for, and he's going for the more sort of artsy, eyes wide shut, fused with Inception sort of route, which yeah.
Just don't get him to write the script. Unless it's something like 300.
Unless his co-writer had a lot to say in this, we may never know.
Alright, so that was Sucker Punch.
It was, well, okay, I'll admit, it was fun to commentate on. We certainly had a lot to say.
Yeah.
Yes. So, join us next time for when we commentate on another Zack Snyder movie. We might... Actually, my next pick could be Legends of the Guardians.